Hi, happy Tuesday. I'm a little anxious today, but I decided to go live anyways. So this might be a short stream. I'm starting to make a fox. Hi Flurbs, how are you? I'm putting this weird brown piece onto this long orange piece. And that's all I'm doing. Like that. I cut a little bit of my hair off and it's very uneven, as you can tell. I only trimmed it, so I'll probably go back and do like layers in my bangs and stuff. Um, there goes Crosby. He wasn't doing that before I started streaming. I want you guys to know that he does not do that until I start streaming. He just wants to bother me. Anyways, we're starting this game. I didn't want to figure out how to purchase the DLC for Xenoblade 1. If you know what I mean. My real Switch. You catch my drift. My Switch controller. Is this game on Nintendo Online? Hold on. Do I even need to play this? Hold on. I didn't even think about that. Oh, it is. Should I play it on there? Crosby, should I play it on there or how I'm playing it now? I didn't even think about that. Crosby, maybe I should do that.
Touchscreen works the same way as it does for those systems, but Nintendo 3DS comes with an extending stylus.
Hold on.
Hello, little stylus.
Hello, Mario.
That was a little silly of me to not check that. I might switch to the Switch. Yeah, I'll be right back. I didn't even think about that. Hello, Switch. Why did you not turn back on? That was a bit silly of me. I didn't even think about using my Switch to play this. Hello? Why is my Switch not showing up? Hello? It showed up when I went to do the system update. Oh, now it wants to show up. Okay. No. Okay. Minecraft is updating for some reason. I got a cat meowing, there's a dog barking in the hallway. There it is. Nintendo! Now I gotta recrop this. Why is it so much smaller on here? That's strange. No, it's not. Never mind. Mario and Luigi. The Goodwill Ambassador from the Bean Kingdom has arrived. Oh. I wish to improve my kingdom's ties with the Mushroom Kingdom. I bring a gift from Queen Bean. Who is Queen Bean? Oh no. Poor Peach. Was that a fart? Why is she going like this? Oh, she died. Rest in peace, Princess Peach. Oh, there's Luigi and Toad. Emergency situation. Did you see the Kingdom Courier? Why can I not read this? It's like so stretched. Mario! Oh, I'm Toad. Yay, I'm Toad. Can I put this hat on? No. Crosby. Is he in the shower? Oh. I hear humming. Eek! Oh my god. Poor Toad. Oh! Princess Peach. Princess Peach. He just killed Toad. Oh my god. Oh my god. What is happening? Why'd he tie Luigi up and drag him? Poor Peach. Attacking me when my back is turned, huh? Well, that's typical. Come here, super coward bros. Let's go. What is happening? Select back block and confirm. What? What in the world? What? What do you want me to do? Oh, I don't know what's happening. Mario! When was your last battle? Did you already forget about your action commands? Was there a game before this? I thought this was the first game. Then let me explain, okay? First off, you have to attack. Stop! Press the A button here. If you get the timing just right, you'll do extra damage. Okay, so it's just like Paper Mario. Every attack has its very own action command, so be sure to master them all. Okay, on with the pummeling. Why is Luigi just standing there? Oh, I fucked it up. Mario, don't yell at me again. I forgot something. Crosby! This is really important. You can also dodge Bowser's attacks. Do you want to know how? Yes. Okay, Mr. Ugly Bad Guy, could you please attack? Stop. Press the A button here. I tried. See, if you dodge attacks, you won't take damage at all. And by the way, when you think you can dodge, just look over here to be sure. What is Luigi doing? Then watch closely as your foe attacks and time your dodge. Okay, on with the pummeling. I fucked up. Oh, okay. I could jump twice. Erk. Blah. Bowser. Wait a second. Listen, this is no time for fighting, even though I would have won. Listen to me, everyone. Something terrible has happened. The goodwill ambassador from our neighbor, the Bean Bean Kingdom, just paid a visit. Yeah, but it was no friendly visit. The ambassador stole Princess Peach's voice. Oh. What in the world? And replaced it with this explosive vocabulary. Oh my god. What? Stop talking! God, if I kidnap Princess Peach in this state, she'll wreck my castle. Mario, do something super. Mario, please, go and retrieve Princess Peach's beautiful voice. Only you can do it. The perpetrator came from the Bean Bean Kingdom. If you head over there, you should be able to learn more. Wahaha, yes. Go capture that fiend and get back Peach's voice, and then I can kidnap her. We'll take my Koopa Cruiser and reach the Bean Bean Kingdom in no time, Mario. We leave immediately. Hi, Rai. Thank you for 22 months. Peach is crying because her voice got stolen by a big fart, and now she can only talk in emojis that explode. That's basically what just happened. I don't know if I have any word snap. I mean, I do, but... what can I grab? I'll try these stick things. I don't know, it was some type of gas and she was going like this when it left, so I just assumed someone farted. And it stole her voice. I don't know, it doesn't smell bad. It doesn't smell like anything. Cheers. It says it's supposed to taste like corn, but it kind of tastes like peas. I don't know if I like that. I'm scared. They're not expired. I probably should eat all of this food soon. So, off on an adventure yet again. I just hope your long vacation hasn't left you out of shape. You can stretch out and warm up here in this plaza. Oh, and I talked to everyone around here. Who knows what you might learn. Okay. That big, bad, mean, altogether nasty Bowser went rushing toward the other exit. Why do they look weird? Why are they, like, long? So, you're going to the Bean Bean Kingdom. That's quite a journey. Do you want to learn about action icons before you go? Sure. Haha. Oh, alright, alright. Action icons are symbols that show you what actions you can perform at any given time. If you press the A button when this icon is showing, you'll jump. Boing, you're good at that, right? Stand in front of something and press the A button when this icon appears to speak. And when this icon appears, press the A button to do a little investigating. You'll see this icon when you stand near signs and things. Keep an eye out for it. So that's the fast and dirty explanation. Want to hear it again? No, thank you. Alright, alright. Hey, it's me. Oh, Mario, your mustache looks so silky smooth today. Show me that super jump. Oh, that was so awesome. Mario, you're the only one in the whole world who can jump like that. You rule. Okay, excuse me. How do I get up here? This is weird. I can't seem to find my precious belonging. Mario, do you think maybe you could help me look for it? Sure. I think I dropped it while I was walking up here, so focus on this ledge, okay? You know, when you approach suspicious-looking areas, the action icon changes. If I were you, I'd ask that guy near the fountain about the action icons. I did. He said he lost it up here? Is it that thing over there? Banger of a game. This is my first time playing it. Mushroom. Is that what he lost? Oh, I don't know what you want from me. This is your favorite? Is it short? It looked short. have it scheduled for like a month and a half though. I found another mushroom. Oh. Oh wow, my mushroom. You got it for me? Sure. Oh, thank you so much, yes. But, say, you're going to the Bean Bean Kingdom soon, huh? You better keep it then. And please take this as a going away gift. I insist. Got a super mushroom. Good luck with all your jumping and stuff over in the Bean Bean Kingdom. Thank you. Oh, hi. Oh dear, trouble. I've gotten separated from the Bowser baddies. Listen, do you know where Lord Bowser is gone? Yes. Great, which way did he go? Pretty sure he went that way. Okay, thanks. It's almost time to assemble, and boy, I can't miss that. I've gotta hurry. Should I have told him that? I don't know. Royal speech bombs? The villain who stole the lovely voice of Princess. What? The villain who stole the lovely voice of the princess has fled to the Bean Bean Kingdom. Mario has reportedly been tapped for the rescue mission. As per usual, Luigi will stay home to guard the home front. Oh, I thought we were playing with Luigi. Okay. Mushroom. Okay, oh, there's Luigi. Why are you speaking in Bowser? Okay. Whatever that means. Yes. It's a good thing I looked up if I could play this on the Switch instead of what I was gonna play it on. I don't know how to save where I was gonna play it on. Yeah, so I recently returned from a really nice trip to the Bean Bean Kingdom. Hoo Hoo Mountain, Oho Ocean, Chuckle Huck Woods, Teehee Valley, so much to see. I've recorded all of my travels in my save album. Okay. Why is he blocking me? Bowser's Koopa Cruiser is parked just up ahead. Ooh, that is one mean machine, boy. Anyway, hi Django. It's okay. I haven't been, honestly, I've been lacking on the streams. I mean, I don't know. Can I be honest? I might take tomorrow off. Don't cancel me. But thank you for the sub. I have to get another snack. 18 months is crazy. I can't eat that one. Some of these are like chewy and I don't want to break my teeth. What is this? I don't want to go through. Can I just get a Kit Kat? Please. I don't want that. I can't reach it. Do you like this game so far? Yeah. I mean, I'm still at the beginning. Cancelled? Please don't. I didn't record a video for this week. I mean, I upload twice on YouTube. Where the heck is literally anything in this box? What is this? Oh, here, I got mints. That's what I'll try. And they open like a pack of cigarettes. Interesting. And the box is like matches? I'm confused. I'm afraid these are gonna go everywhere. I don't know how to open this. What is happening? Oh, they come out in the corner. I don't taste anything. Now I'm afraid I'm gonna choke on it. That tastes like nothing. Anyway, it's time you are on your way. Head in that direction once you're ready, okay? But, rushing headfirst into trouble like you always do is crazy, so be sure to save. I did save, excuse me. Can you move? Master Mario! Oh. It would appear I'm just in time. I have prepared a suitcase for you to take with you on your long journey. I'm quite sure it will prove useful as it holds many items and outfits. Please take it. Now this thing's starting to taste like poison. Grab a suitcase. Just press select to open your suitcase and check the menu screen. Then you can use any items you found on your journey or even change your clothes. It's a good idea to use that screen to double check your personal status. Once you board the Koopa Cruiser, you can take your time and look through it. Now then, I have one more parting gift, as it were. Some funds for your trip. Here you go. Thank you. I'm scared. This does not taste good now. I've got 100 coins. Oh gracious. Master Luigi, are you going to the Bean Bean Kingdom as well? Ah, you're just seeing Master Mario off? A capital idea. I do believe I'll join you. Master Mario, I'm going on ahead. I should be waiting for you in front of the Koopa Cruiser. What? I'm gonna spit this out. It's really gross. Hold on. It kind of tasted like maybe if I was sucking on a Clorox what? Clorox wipe. I don't know how to talk. Mario. You're late. What were you doing? We're leaving right now, so get on board and make it snappy. Gwahaha. Well, so, what do you think? Incredible, isn't it? This is my newest weapon, the Koopa Cruiser. I guess it's cool. Yes, very good. Now all I need are my baddies. Bowser baddies. Bye-bye. Uh-oh. Is he gonna get trampled? No, okay. God, where are they? Huh? What in green blazes? Hey you, are you signing up to join my crew of Bowser baddies? I see, I see. You want me to bring you along that badly, huh? Uh-oh. Yes, you. Wahaha. Oh, that's rich. Don't be modest, Mr. Green. I mean, you look like a real pain, but I'll take you anyway. Uh-oh. Hey, you, stop! Your gnarliness. The baddies have just arrived. Poor Luigi. Hey, the assembly arena area is over here, you blithering idiots. This is who we're taking? Oh no. Poor Luigi. All baddies have assembled. We shall now begin boarding the Koopa Cruiser. Wahaha, good. Then we can depart, and with an increased head count too. Excellent. Your filthiness. Boarding is now complete, except for one deserter. What? Move it, you idiots. Initiate cruiser pursuit. What is going on? Oh no. Luigi. Skies above Mushroom Kingdom. Hey you, down there in the ship's belly. Mario and what's your name? Green guy. Mario and Mr. Green Mario, brother guy. Look alive down there, will you two? We're about to arrive in the Bean Bean Kingdom. Press select to open your suitcase, arrange your stuff, and get ready to roll. Then report to the deck pronto. Okay. And how do I do that? I'm confused. It looks arranged to me, I don't know. Pants. I don't know. That's a cute saving screen. Did it want me to do something specific? Yeah, so you may not know this, but we Bowser Baddies recently added a new member. Yep, he's in training until we land in the Bean Bean Kingdom. Oh. Ready? Press start to switch positions between front and back. Oh yeah. Press start to switch position between front and back. Thank you. Ready? The A button controls the lead guy, the B button controls the guy in the back. Oh yeah. The A button controls the lead guy, the B button controls the guy in the back. If you see a bros block, make sure you hit the block that matches your color. If you hit the block that matches your color, the block will move sideways. If you hit the block that matches your color, the block will move sideways. Okay. I'm busy taking pictures. Don't talk to me right now. Okay. Get in line, cutters. Is this zit noticeable? I always look so awful in photographs. They're so mean. Cheese. Does it want me to take a picture? Hey there, you two. Yeah, you two mustache dudes. You're about to enter the Bean Bean Kingdom, so you have your passports with you, right? I don't think they have passports. But it looks like you've got a suitcase there. Tell you what, go ahead and press select to open your suitcase, okay? Why, you've got them right here. Oh, okay. These are your passports. Why is he on my screen? But hey, there aren't any photos. These won't get you into the Bean Bean Kingdom. No sir, no way, no how. Oh no. Don't look out about it though. If we take your pictures here, you should be just fine. Since the Great Bowser has called you to the deck, I'll let you two cut the line. Oh yeah. Snapping photos is easy. Just stand on that mat there. See it? Right there. Step onto the mat once you're ready. No hurry. Okay, Mario. You step back, nice and easy. Okay, I'm gonna take it. Cheese. Oops, I forgot to tell you. Listen, when you're getting your picture taken, stand still. Don't go pressing... Okay, I'm not gonna do anything. Away we go. Ready? Say cheep cheep. Cheep cheep. You're next, Mario. Press start to move to the front of the line, then just stand on the mat. Got it? Now, Mr. Greenstash, you step back. And away we go. Ready? Say cheep cheep. Great, I've taken passport photos for both of you. Aren't we all happy now? Happy all around. Okay, thank you. How cute. Got a mushroom. That goes there and this goes here. Working the hold isn't easy, and if you mess up, you have to start all over again. Oh, Mario, it's me, that lost guy. Hey, thanks for telling me which way to go back in the Mushroom Kingdom. I was kind of panicking, but thanks to you, I was the first one to board the Koopa Cruiser. Here, let me give you this. Thank you. It's nice to be nice. Another mushroom. Should I have broken that? There's someone in that thing. Hey. Watch it, you clumsy oafs. Don't break the Great Bowser's cargo. It's important stuff. The deck? The deck's just up ahead. But before you go there, I need to make sure you won't slow Lord Bowser down. So, I'll teach you how to fight as a pair. Please do. Then go have a look at that barrel over there. But remember, you're about to face the best of Bowser's most elite troops, so prepare yourselves. Yes. Wow. Let me show you how to dodge. Mario uses the A button, and Green uses the B button. Just jump to dodge. I'm scared. Now then, little baddies, attack Mario. Attack! Press the A button here. I was kind of spamming it. Next attack, Mr. Lean and Green. Halt! Press the B button now. Oh, I got him. So as you can see, depending on how you time your jump, you might not only dodge, but counterattack as well. The thing is, though, there are some attacks like Bowser's Flames that you can't counter. Alrighty then, practice up. Oh, whoops. I almost forgot. You attack the same way as when there's only one of you. Except Mr. Lean and Green uses the B button for his attack command. Press the B button when you want to jump on an enemy. Now you can practice up. Okay. He's dead. Thank you for lurking. I'm gonna go turn the air off, to be honest. I'll be right back. It didn't turn off, but it will soon, hopefully. I'm cold. Want to break it? Yes. I'm glad this is just like Paper Mario. At least I kind of know what I'm doing. Aw, that's cute. Aw, he's dancing. What? They went 1-2-1. I saw a 3 in there. That was a cute little level up screen. Come here, you. Oh. Come here, you. It's too quick, I can't catch it, and I have to get ready for Bean Bean immigration. Oh, it's Mario and Mr. Greenie. Can you two help me out? I'll teach you something important about going into battle in the process. No charge. Okay. Now you can catch these guys, but first you have to stomp them and start a battle. That's right, if you stomp on a monster as you enter battle, it'll start the battle by taking damage. Youch. Well, isn't that super cool? Anyway, the rest is up to you. Oh. Oops, I forgot something. If you fail to stomp on a monster and it hits the dude in the back when you enter battle, then that guy can't move until his turn comes. Watch out. Okay, makes sense. Why were they so weak? Crosby! Yeah, you got 3. Those are so cute. I love the level up screen. Ooh, thanks. Hey, can you get that other guy? You didn't have another barrel to put him in? Thanks, no problem. Why are they getting trapped though? Why are they so mean? Now I'm all ready. Thanks, remember when you see enemies, just stomp, stomp, stomp them into the ground. Just make sure the bro in the back doesn't get hit. Thank you. What's up here? Hey, according to the book Bean Bean Vacations, you can save your travels by hitting that album there. Thank you. It takes a little while. Hitting that block there activates the pinch crane. I like to call it Mr. Pinch. Don't ask me why. In case it's not really obvious, you should be able to use old Mr. Pinch to move that cargo. What? Please don't grab Luigi. No! Oh no. Uh-oh, looks like the crane mistook you for cargo. That looks uncomfortable. Hey, since you're up there, why don't we use you as a lookout? Okay. Poor Luigi. Your rancidness. We will soon pass over the border between the Mushroom and Bean Bean Kingdoms. Nice work. You can go back below decks now. Oh, his eyes came out of his head. What's with all the hoopla? Oh. Poor Bowser. Rawr, what now? I have so much trouble reading the pixel text. Ha ha ha. Who would have thought you'd catch up to the great Cacletta even in 100 million years? You're the fiend who stole Princess Peach's voice. Oh my god, how dare you pull off such a cool evil plan? Ha ha ha. Oh, I dare. And now I'm going straight back to the Bean Bean Kingdom so my next plan can take root. I have no time to chat with the likes of you. Awful. Take care of this. Rawr, hold it. Ha ha ha. I am the great Cacletta's best pupil, who is named Fawful. I am here laughing at you. If you are giving us the chase just to get your silly princess's voice, then you are idiots of foolishness. Princess Peach's sweet voice will soon be the bread that makes the sandwich of Cacletta's desires. And this battle shall be the delicious mustard on that bread. The mustard of your doom. Okay. Making me a little hungry. Ha ha ha. Next, it is the turn of you. I love the gold 3D looking star. Beautiful. Pink rat. What? Ow, grr. Bye, Bowser. Oh. Hey, wanna dodge this nut's attacks? Yes. Before he attacks, watch what he says, really carefully. Such mumbling. Stop it. Yeah, I got that. When the stuff this nut says is red. I jump. Oh, he's attacking you, Mario. All enemies have a hint in their attacks, so keep your eyes on them. Thank you. Think rat. I like how they're dancing like something serious isn't going on. Have you readiness for this? Oh. Okay. Now you're attacking both of us, okay. Oof. Now is when I ram you. Ah! That scared me. Oh. Sorry, Luigi. I panicked. I did it again. Oof. How could Finkrats like you be such an awful nasty as me? Headgear. Why did it abduct him? I have fury. Bah, now is when the talking stops. I do not have time to stop and smell foul roses such as you. One fell swoop is the way I will deal with you Finkrats. Oh wow. He's blowing up the whole ship. Yeah, haha. Bowser should have just taken Princess Peach. If everything was gonna get blown up anyways. General Starshade, a massive explosion has been sighted. Confirmation. I need confirmation. General Starshade. Meteorites confirmed. Oh no. Impact in Stardust Fields. Initiate recon? Recon? I don't know. Emergency. Emergency. Bean Borderland. Oh. Everyone's dead. Poor Mario. Oh. I thought they were just gonna keep going in a circle doing that. Okay. Save. Stardust Fields. Mushroom side. We're still in Mushroom Kingdom. The Koopa Cruiser. We haven't finished paying it off. Oh no. Find Lord Bowser. Oh, Gak, help us. Bowser fell, or on the other side, of the border. Uh-oh. Well, talk about a nice surprise. Check it out, bro. It looks like the famous Mario Bros have arrived. Man, that really brings back the memories, doesn't it? Good times, good times. So what's up, brothers? Brothers M? Are you two heading off on a journey together? Oh, so you probably want us to let you pass, huh? Yeah, well, I'm sure you guys know this is the border of the Mushroom Kingdom. That's right, it's the border, and since we're the border security, we can't let you in. Until you do some jumping worthy of the Mario name. Want to do the border jump? Explain it. The rules are really simple. Just jump to avoid touching the royal border line. And keep on jumping until that flag in the background reaches the top of the flagpole. But listen, if either of you makes 3 mistakes, then the game's over. The end. Well said, little border bro. Anyway, we'll be nice and let you practice first. Sound good? Oh, I have to jump rope. Oh no. Okay, Mario, you go first. Press the A button to jump. Okay. Next, it's your turn, Luigi. Press the B button to jump. Okay. Hey, Mario, try to jump on the rope. Try to jump on the royal borderline. Oh. That was horrible. Nope, failure. Start over from the top. Come on, you guys practically invented jumping. I'm so sorry. Dang it! Man, that was incredible. Now it's your turn, Luigi. Let's see you jump. Alright, Mario. And you too, Luigi. Try it together. Oh no. Oh, okay. I'm nervous. Well, that's all the practice you get. Okay. Want to do the border jump? Sure. I'm scared. How long do I have to... Level 1? What? I'm scared. Oh my god! Help! I'm scared! I can't do this.
Oh, yeah.
Why is there a level? Dang it. Oh my god. I'll just start over. Oh. I get 3 for each brother, okay. So you're telling me I messed up 6 times last time? I'm scared. Man, very cool. That was some incredible jumping. Okay, thank you. That was horrible. Just beyond here is Bean Bean Kingdom. You be extra careful when traveling there. Hey. Hold up, bros. What now? Since we've been on duty, you two are the first people ever to cross our border. I mean, ever. We've got to commemorate this occasion by giving you this. Got the map. As long as you have a map, you'll feel safer in foreign lands, right? Press select to view the menu screen and check out that map. That's not... Map. Great. Great map. Thank you. What's down here? Beam Bulletin. Disturbing facts uncovered in Area 64. Recent studies show that the Spiky Stardust defense system, SSDS, can be jumped. It's easy. Just run, press the A button, then immediately press the B button. Such a defense gap is appalling. Improvements are demanded to prevent an increase in intruders. Okay. I'm scared. Okay. Got a mushroom. I don't think it was that serious. It seems like Luigi would not get hurt if I kept walking. Oh, I tried to jump on him. Ah! Dang it. Why? Why? Why am I so bad at dodging? Why can't I time it? I know he's gonna jump twice. I'm gonna go up here if I can. Can't. I guess I'll save. Okay. This takes so long. Thank you. Luigi! Luigi! Oh, I have to use both of them to jump. That makes sense. Found Bowser. Hi, Bowser. He looks so unimpressed. Hey, Mario. Great timing. I could use a hand here. I'm kind of stuck. Look, keep your diet jokes to yourself. They're not funny. Just get me out of here. Why, could it be that Bowser, the great Koopa King, has fallen into my cannon? How amusing. Who dares speak to me so? I am Tolstar, the great and famed king of Stardust Fields. I've heard tales of you, but you aren't very impressive in person. If you want me to get him out of there, little people, you must pay in coins. I will set him free for all of your coins. And I'll even keep this most embarrassing incident a secret. What? That's not fair. Pardon me? I'm not sure I heard you correctly just now. You'll give me all 110 of your coins? Why would you do that? He's crying, aw. Why, these are Mushroom Kingdom coins, aren't they? This is the Bean Kingdom. I suppose I'll have to calculate their value in the local currency. Let's see, at today's exchange rate, 110 mushroom coins are worth 10 Bean coins. Well, sorry, but for only 10 coins, I can't guarantee the secret won't slip out. Yes, that means I'll need an additional 100 Bean coins. You'll find them in Stardust Fields and bring them back to me. Then I'll help your Koopa King. What? Look around Stardust Fields and find me 100 coins. You can find them in blocks or win them in battles. Check your menu to see how many you have. Great. I have to go find coins. Wait, could I go? No. Now I have to figure out how to see how many coins I have. Dang it. I hate these things. Okay. I got 4 coins. Great. Dang it. Forgot I had to make Luigi jump too. I'll get a mushroom. I don't want a mushroom. I want coins. Why are there cannons? Okay. Lucky. Yay. I have 22 coins. And I'm gonna have to go find them again. I don't even know how to get back there. Dang it. I just love their little characters. They're so cute. Bike pads. Hold the plus control pad left to right to go the direction. And press A, B, A, B, A, B. Huh? What? Okay. I'm still confused on how I did that, to be honest. Dang it, I'm not good at that. I don't like that. That's very confusing. Syrup. Did I go? Area 64. Okay. Why can't I jump?
Oh no.
Why did he sound like that? Oh, dang. What the heck? I'm getting lucky a lot. Dang. $32 coins. My ads are about to run. I might need to get these little sprites as emotes. They're so cute. I'll save. I don't have to save every time I see one of these, though. I feel like it's very often that I see one. Yay. I got them. What? I totally landed on him. Lucky. Yay. Okay, I'm almost halfway there. I'm gonna take a break while my ads are running. I will be right back. back. How do I get up there? Ah. Mario, jump on him. Thank you. So were these things the aliens? Let's just put that together. Hi, Jared. How are you? I got pink hair. Thank you. Thank you. I like it. How do I get up here? I don't understand. How are you? How's the house? Where do I go? I need more guys to kill. Oh. I knew something would happen there. Sergeant Starshade, the shooting stars we just witnessed were an alien bombardment, perhaps. In the name of the Starshade Bros, we will find the alien scum. They will rue the day. A Dubia house bought a lawnmower today. Congrats. Next is washer and dryer. Where have you been washing your clothes? A laundromat? General Starshade, sir. I have confirmed the presence of a suspicious unknown entity. It is a vivid green color that pierces the eye. Yes, sighting confirmed. However, I see not green, but red. Urgent. Pursue additional visual contact immediately. The local laundromat at 2 a.m.? Not 2 a.m. That's like when we do our laundry. Oh my god. What's happening? Okay. Oh, incredible. It is none other than Mario from the Mushroom Kingdom. Luigi sighting confirmed. Sergeant Starshade, change of mission objective. Obtain autograph stat. I see. Incredible. To think, Princess Peach's lovely voice in the hands of some vile enemy. Her voice must be recovered, no matter what it takes. Priority 1, Sergeant Starshade. Starshade? That's hard to say. The college kids aren't there at 2 a.m. We must provide as much field support as we can. Very well. We Starshade Bros will teach you the secrets of Bros action. Master Mario, Master Luigi, Special Bros action training shall commence immediately. Are you ready to undergo training? Yes. Crosby keeps meowing really loudly. He only does it when I'm streaming. When you wish to jump up to a high ledge, Luigi can jump on Mario to perform a high jump. First, press the L button to choose your high jump. What? Okay. Then press the B button to jump. At the moment you jump on him, press the B button again. See, you can jump higher than you can on your own. Indeed, it's jumping synergy. Do you require another explanation? I don't think so. Very well, Luigi. Then we use the high jump. Then use the high jump you just learned to reach the ledge on the right. Excellent work, man. If you use your high jump, you can climb ledges that you can never climb alone. Now, press start to change positions, Mario. Sir, you move to the rear. Press the L button to choose your spin jump. I'm so confused. Then press the V button to jump. See, you ride piggyback. Now, if you press the B button once more, the two of you spin through the air together. Press the plus control pad while you spin to move through the air. Oh no. Oh no. It is possible to use the spin jump to jump across wide valleys and dangerous pits. Do you require another explanation? I don't think so. Very well, Mario. Then use your spin jump to reach the ledge on the right. Okay. I missed. You failed, but learning takes time. I don't know, I spammed both of the buttons because it didn't work the first time. Excellent. See, boys, actions that the rear member performs using the B button are called bros actions. Press the L button to choose an action and the B button to perform it. Remember that. There are more actions that only brothers like you can perform. Training complete. Ready to return? Yes. Excellent. Now the proving grounds. The time has come to show the fruits of your training. You must use the high jump and spin jump we just taught you. To reach the flag, way up there. Good luck, soldiers. Okay. What? Is that not where I'm supposed to jump? Confusion. Stop it. I'm confused. Okay. This is so confusing. Got a mushroom. Yay! Incredible. Master Mario, Master Luigi, you truly are super brothers. I salute you. You have perfectly mastered the high jump and spin jump. Master Mario, Master Luigi, may your mission be successful. Good luck out there. Move out. I think that's what they said, yeah. The text looks so much better. Oh no. On my phone. There's something over there I would like to get. So you need a lot of money to get Bowser out of his situation. Oops. Why do I keep pressing the A button? Crosby! They're up. Okay, now I can go on a lot of stuff. Still can't get up there. Never mind. Luigi! Oh my god. Mario and Luigi, sirs. This is an emotional reunion, sirs. By your leave, there's something we completely forgot to mention to you earlier. Affirmative. You see, when you master a technique in the field, you can also use it in battle. Since you have mastered the high jump and spin jump, you can now use these techniques in battle. Okay. You must confirm technique mastery in combat simulation. I love how they're just going up and down to talk to us. Oh. I was not expecting that. Oh. Why did they move them all over the place? Proceeding with Bro's attack tutorial. First, as you can see, Mario's command options. There's a new attack command called Bro's attack. Bro's attacks are duo techniques, in which Master Mario and Master Luigi attack together. When you choose this command, your list of Bro's attacks appears. Jump high and drop. Okay, let's see your attack, Mario. Halt! Oh no. Oh no. As you can see, it's grown dark. Immediately after the light fades, you'll see a button input icon. But do not worry, things move in slow motion during button input. Oh, I just skipped through the text. Not only do things move slowly, the icons are clearly displayed. Press the button, please. By the way... Oh, they're just frozen. If you hit the command exactly, something like this will appear. And actually, there are multiple Bros attack action commands, so on to the next one. This time, check the timing and press the button on your own. Halt. There's one more command. It's the last one, but it's important. If you nail this action command, it will add up the success of your earlier commands and inflict incredible damage. Press the button now. Now! That's how Bros attacks work. Next, I will tell you about the modes in Bros attacks. Modes are the difficulty levels of the Bros attacks. The modes can be changed. Just press the R. and L buttons. Okay, here. What? Okay. Mode 2 is without slow motion. Mode 3 is without button icons. Once you master action commands, try different modes for a greater challenge. Why would I do that? Succeeding in the most difficult mode will benefit you greatly. Master Mario, Master Luigi, good luck. Once you succeed enough times, you may be able to devise some new advanced commands. I can't read. Advanced commands are methods that further evolve your actions. When you learn one of these, one of you will flash, and you both will understand. For now, just master the basic action commands. Bros attack training is complete. Bros, okay. Lastly, I shall explain Bros points. You must use Bros points to execute Bros attacks, so use your points wisely. Here ends the Bros attacks lessons. Really? Thus, we can officially confirm that these field techniques are indeed executable in battle. Proper planning and preparation will ensure your safety throughout your journey. We wish you luck. Move out. Okay. That seems challenging. Okay, on the other side. Well, I guess I don't want to go that way.
Oh no.
Dang it! Oh no, why did he sound like that? Oh. Dang it, I hate these things. Let's try a Bros attack. Never mind, I shouldn't have done that. What did I do wrong? I'm gonna try that again. What? I don't know. I'm confused. I think I need to be patient. I'm afraid to use all of my bro points. I also don't know where bro points are located. $59 coins. Bonus. 2. Yay. Okay.
Let's go.
5. Why can't you do that every time you attack? $65. Okay. Where did that get me to?
Oh no.
Dang it! I suck at jumping. I suck at seeing where I'm jumping, I guess. Hi, Croton. How are you? I'm gonna try another bro command. Ounce bros. That only did 3. I feel like Mario can do more than that. 80. I need 20 more coins. right? It was 100, I think. No! Luigi! Oh my god, he keeps messing me up. I'm forgetting to take that off.
Oh no.
I can't time it. I'm surprised it let Luigi move there. I wanna go up there. I don't think I can. Oh. Silly. Mushroom, I want coins. I'm being messaged. Can I think of anything else? I can't type Crosby. Something for dinner. Spicy cheese. Hot dogs, yes. Okay. Now I'm in a conversation. What the heck? I could have walked over there. One coin. I don't know how the heck to get back to Bowser, honestly. I might be here for the rest of stream trying to find where Bowser is. I need 3 more coins. Stop. Stop. Just jump normally. Stop. I'm gonna go this way. Oh, I made it back. Oh. Hey, you haven't collected 100 coins yet. Did he call me a bun? Oh, bums. To penalize you for your laziness, I'm going to revive all of the monsters you've defeated. Oh, I could have done that the whole time? Okay. Thank you. That's actually very helpful. Now I have 101 coins. Let's see here. You now have 101 coins. Took you long enough, but well done. I'll just be taking those coins now. Finally, let me out of here. Huh? You want out? You want me to help you? Who said I'd do that? Ah, you welcher. Hi. I don't know what that means. I think I'm securing another new snack for a video. You're not in the Mushroom Kingdom anymore. Outsiders be gone. Now I gotta fight him, okay. Dang it. I totally timed that right. I hate texting on iPhones. Isn't that a nasty attack? Even watching the hand I throw with won't help you. Crosby! Dang it. Lucky. What in the world? I'm jumping. When is he gonna die? Oh my god. Mario's gonna die. Not bad. Not bad at all. But how about this? I'm so confused. I don't like this guy's attacks. Dang it. Please die. I'm gonna try to... Oh, I can't. I don't have enough points. Never mind. Oh, okay. Didn't need it anyways. Oh, I got my coins back. Thank God. Level up. Dang it, I want the 3. We both leveled up. Yippee. You, sir, have been griping far too loudly for some time. Hey. Oh no. His poor butt. Ah, Mario, Green Stash. You gotta get Princess Peach's voice back. It's all up to you. Okay. All that just for him to not help us. Okay. Save. I wanna look at the map. That doesn't help. Never mind. Switch. Dang it. I want a Mr. Goodbar. They don't have any at the grocery store. Why did I do that? What was the point of that? Mushroom. Oh, this is pretty. You fiends. Hey. We found you at last. You scum. What have you done with Prince Peasley? Yes, there is no mistake. You kidnapped Prince Peasley. We have witnesses. Now confess, villains. We didn't do that. What's that? You say you're Mario and Luigi? Lies. Bald-faced lies. The superstars of the Mushroom Kingdom would never come here. They're not lying. They say they've come here chasing someone called Cacletta, and they're really, really tough. Thanks. Oh dear, oh my, oh boy. Pardon us, sirs. So sorry. See, our kingdom's Prince Peasley was kidnapped by something. Or so recent reports out of Hoo-Hoo Village claim. We have been looking for any sign of the perpetrator. According to eyewitness accounts, the prince's kidnapper wore an odd helmet and spoke of mustard and think rats. That is all we have to go on. If you come across anything, please let us know. Reopen the investigation. What's down here? I should go up first. Is that an enemy? Maybe not. Oh, I can talk to it. This is Hoo-Hoo Village on the flanks of Hoo-Hoo Mountain. The mountain is a sacred place. So is this like a different place on the map? Yes, it is. Okay, well... Is this game really that short? I don't know. Oh, this is part of the same walkthrough, I think. I don't know. Hello? Can I go in here? Everyone should climb Hoo-Hoo Mountain once. You can see the whole kingdom from the top. This is someone's house. Let's go. If you climb down this mountain, you'll reach the town surrounding Bean Bean Castle. The town folks are so much more stylish and fashionable than people in this town. I just adore them. Hey. I saw this kingdom's prince, Prince Peasley, on the edge of the village. I'm sure of it. He was taken to the top of the mountain by some guy wearing a weird helmet. To reach Hoo-Hoo Mountain's peak, you have to either get a ride from Blablanadon or hike up. Hiking the mountain is brutal, but if you can get a ride from Blablanadon, it's a snap. Okay. No matter how long you wait, I don't know how to say his name, Blablanadon won't come back. I feel it in my bones. He said he saw someone who looked like Prince Peasley. Went to the summit and never returned. With Blablanadon gone, we can't get to the top of the mountain. This isn't good. Oh, is this him? That's his nest, I assume. Mushroom coin. Okay. I assume that's where I have to go. Oh, I can go up here. I feel like I have to learn something. I don't know how to get rid of those rocks. Hoo-Hoo Village. Long ago on this very mountain, the hooligans developed the Great Hoo-Hoo civilization. At the summit, there still remain many mysterious remnants of this once great people. Okay. Pictographs on the walls here are ancient letters known as hieroglyphs. They represent the countless jokes developed by the ancient Hoo-Hoo civilization. Excuse me. We are said to be the descendants of the people who developed the Hoo-Hoo civilization. This land is largely populated by the Beanish peoples, but there are other races like ours. What's going on in here? Is this a dungeon or not a dungeon? A castle? I don't know what they call things in Mario. Mushroom. No. Mario, stop. I'm so bad at that. Mushroom. Syrup. Coin. Ah, the waterfall's mist feels so good. My pores are partying. I wish we could stand here together forever. Aww. How sweet. Oh. Huh? What do I do with this information? Okay, Mario's just fat now. I don't know what to do. Oh. Okay. Beware of overhydration. If overdrinking symptoms appear, stomp on the victim's head. Thanks. I figured that out. Spitting excess water on objects in this area is strictly prohibited. Oh. Hey. Sure, no matter what you hit me with, you can't knock me down, I think. What about some water? Oh wait, no, I can't get it over there. I have to jump on him. What? Okay. Hmm. I don't know what to do with this. I feel like I have to get an item or something. Confusion. Crosby. Is there like a store or something? I don't even know. I don't know what to do down here either. Where these rocks are. There has to be something that I could use. Hmm. Why isn't he here? Did I go down here? Huh? You want to climb down to where there's a town? Just keep heading left down this path. Okay, I didn't go down here. Or did I? I'm tired of living in the sticks. I want to live someplace cool where there's lots to do. Okay. Good luck with that. Have you met Sledge and Mallet, the hammer-making masters? There we go. I do need a hammer. Thank you. If you head left, you can climb down to the mountain's base. What is that noise? God. Give back Prince Peasley. Oh my god. You again. You were the pair of fink rats that swooped in with the Bowser that I hate. I say to you, while I was busy with Peasley, you have been catching me. I have fury. The Cacletta has already begun smearing the butter of her next tasty plan over Bean Bean Castle. Since you two cannot make it in time, I say to you that is better never than late. So here's your halting place. Oh. I have fury. Since you will not be shattering the stone, I laugh at you trying to climb down this mountain. Oh, great. How do I get a... Where do I get a hammer? It sounds like someone's hammering something. I went in there before, what the heck? Did I not? Oh. Where the heck is that noise coming from? I'm confused. It has to be over here because I can hear someone hammering something. Sledge and Mallet, the hammer making masters. Where are they? Or am I making that noise? No, I can't be. I'm so confused. Someone introduced me to these people. Don't think they would be back there. What the heck? Where are they? I feel like I've been everywhere. Excuse me. Oh, I haven't been here. Okay, I found them. This is the last stone. Now we show the true spirit of the Hammerhead Bros. The stone's our last shot. Ha, huff, poof. The stone just ain't gonna do it. We can't make hammers no more. Huh? What do you think? What? What do you two think you're staring at? Huh? What? You want us to make you a hammer? Hey, I know these two dudes. They're Mario and Luigi from the Mushroom Kingdom. The Jumpin' Hammer Kings. Yeah, you're so right, Sledge. I remember these guys. Why are a couple of celebrities like you bumming around this place looking for a hammer? Oh hey, look, you don't have to tell us. We fully understand. Our lips are completely sealed. We'll just make what you need. We're professionals after all. That's right, pros all the way. But the thing is, in order to make hammers, we need hoo-hoo blocks from the mountaintop. And since Blablabadon suddenly stopped coming down here, we can't get up to the summit. Hoo-hoo blocks are hard stones. Hammers made from those things can break anything. We want to climb the mountain to get more hoo-hoo blocks, but we can't jump well enough to do it. Huh? Oh yeah. What was I thinking? You guys are jumping pros, ain't you? So are you saying you could go to the top of the mountain and get us some hoo-hoo blocks? That would really hook us up. If you get us some hoo-hoo blocks, we'll make you a special hammer. You scratch our backs, bros, and we'll scratch yours. Okay. How do I get up there? Soldiers come to town, but Blamodon fails to return. The bridge suddenly breaks. I have a bad feeling about this. There could be something awful happening on the mountain. The bridge is broken, so we're repairing it. Go talk to village for a while and come back. They're done. We're done fixing the bridge. If you're going to climb the mountain, be careful up there. Thank you. Okay. Ah! Are these pears? What the heck? Dang it. Why am I so bad at dodging? Hit, why? Oh my god. Why'd he do something different? I have to go let Griffin in, I think. I'll be right back. I am back. I don't like these guys. No level up. Mushroom. I haven't used any of my items.
Oh no.
Dang it! Mario, jump on them. Finally. Oh wow, that's why. He's chasing me. That's why it's so hard to get to them. Oh, I missed. Which I guess is a good thing. It. Can't get up there. Barely made that. Woohoo Mountain Trail. Whirlwind warning, if you have faith in your spin, step into the wind. Okay. What is this? What in the world? Oh. Was not expecting that. Are those supposed to be dry bones? Oh my god. They should not survive that. Dang it. I was even ready to press B. Lucky, but he still didn't die. Got woo beans. How do I get in here? Oh, I landed on him. So at least I have that. Dang it. Why do you do it so fast? Wrong brother. I did it again. This button. Why does Luigi have more HP? I don't know how to get into that. I did not mean to go here. Watering hole. Where am I going? Oh my god. I thought that wouldn't hit us. I don't know what the hint of this guy attacking is. Okay. Oh wait. Can I get up here? No. There was a lot going on in that area. I don't know where of overhydration. Okay, thank you, but I don't know how do I use that? Okay. And I don't know how to use the other one, but I don't know how to get up to where I need to get to. Question mark. Oh, I don't want to be overhydrated. Thank you. So Luigi can't be overhydrated? That happened last time too. Let me go back. This way. Why can't I overhydrate right here? And I don't think I cannot get this water that way. Why can't I overhydrate? I'm confused. Somewhere else. I know what to do, I just can't execute it. Oh, there's no water coming out of it, that's why, okay. Stop, I don't want to be overhydrated. Oh wait, I'm silly. I need to do a spin thing again. There. Oh my god. Stop. What? No. I have chips. I'm not trying to do that, but it's just happening. So I have to somehow turn the water on.
Oh no.
Bruh. I have to get the water on in the beginning. Why didn't any of them attack Luigi? Okay. Let's try a bros thing. I don't know. I don't think that's worth it. It does the same amount of damage that a normal attack does. I'm confused. Why would I want to do a bros attack? Why do I have stash points? I just noticed that. Hey, Mario. Oopsies. Okay, I gotta go this way. Do this. I think I'm accidentally making it spin for a very long time. Why? Why did I do that? that's fine. Okay.
Oh no.
Dang it. How do I avoid them every other time? What the heck? I hate these things. How the heck are you not dead? Oh my god. My ads are about to run. I will take a break. As always. Level up. Jump, 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 jump. I don't know how to make that spin. What is this? Oh. Yay! How the heck? Okay. I don't know how to get that thing. Okay. I'm gonna take a break and we'll be right back. I'm back. I did do that thing. Oopsies. Oop. So now we can go this way. I don't know how to... I don't know what's causing me to not go. Okay. Ooh, mountain trail. Let me go up here, though. One up. Coins. Okay. Save. Huhuro's Gate. Huhuro's? I don't know. What is this? Travelers. I am Huhuros, the ancient weapon of the Huhu civilization. Beyond this point, the path grows even cooler. You must prove yourselves up to the challenge. Dare you try this challenge? I guess. You must start now, and you must catch 10 Huhu spirits within 30 seconds. Do not fall off the ledges, or you will immediately fail. Okay. Why am I pointing that way? Oh my god, I can't. There's no way. How do I... I'm confused. Very confused. I'm confused. How do I catch them? Okay, well, that wasn't my fault. I'm not... That's not my fault! Why? I don't know how I did that. But I have 3 seconds left. Now for your next challenge. You must defeat me. It made me anxious. Let us begin. How can he do that? I think that's hurting him. I'm scared. He's behind this one. I kind of forgot. This is a very creative fight. Keep behind this one. How much HP do you have? Why is he not saying anything? I messed that up. That's crazy. Please die. I pressed the wrong button. How much HP do you have? I'm gonna be here all day. What happened? He didn't answer me. Yeah, you sounded like you hurt yourself or something. Rip. Make it in the other pan. Oh. Dang it, why did I do that? I don't even remember where this guy is. Okay. I feel like I'm not doing something that I should be doing. Either that or he has crazy HP. I mean, what else could I do? I don't really have any, like, special powers or anything. I'm so confused. Please die. He probably has like 100 HP. What if I break the block that he's not under? Dang it. I tried to do it and my thing went right back to it. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. It hurts him either way. Oh. Ah! Ah! What the heck? This whole time, I just could have been doing that. Dang it. Why didn't I realize that? Oh, it's back. What the heck, Luigi? Why? I need to break that one. Why did I press B? Dang it. I don't like this fight. This has to be like a boss fight of some sort. Are there chapters in this game? This can't be a boss fight. I have to go to the castle. I meant to use the pillar. Or do the pillar. Attack it. I don't know what I'm saying. No, I want that. This is the longest fight I've ever had to do. Ever. Dang it. Dang it. Why do I suck at dodging that? Am I still doing something wrong? Okay. You have passed this test too. Now you must face the test of reaching the summit. Dang it. It's not that important. I give up. Now, how in the world am I supposed to do that? Question mark? Why is there an X here? What? How do I get over there? Oh my god, I don't know if that's what I was supposed to do, but I did it. Okay. Dang it! Hey. Oh. I don't know how to get that block. I'm confused. Maybe this is what the X is for? No. What the heck? It took you a while to get this done, you haven't finished it? This is my first time playing. Why do I keep doing that? As you can see, I'm not very good. I don't know. What do I do with this information? What is the point of that? Why is, Barney here? I couldn't remember his name. Dang it, I pressed A. I am confused. No. How did I get up there the first time? I'm never getting back up there. Oh, never mind. How did I get up there? Oh, okay. I'm stupid. I'm silly. That's what I do. They're up. Oh no. There's a moving tornado there.
Oh no.
Did I not land on him? I can never see what I'm doing in these games. Dang it. I'm also bad at timing things. So bad. One up. Hey. Gotta time this tornado right, I guess. Oh, well. Okay. What the heck? How do I avoid him? I don't understand. Oh, it's because he gets shorter. I don't think I can avoid him until he's short. Oh. How did I miss that guy? coffee. Now I can do this without anything bothering me. Mm. Oh, it's not gonna move? Okay. Barely made that. That one's going a lot faster. Oh, okay. How the heck? Please stop doing that. What? Oh. I forgot I can jump. Someone ahead, beware of excessive whirlwind spitting. Oh, I think that's a different height than I am. Dang it. Why am I so bad at this game? I don't know how the heck I'm supposed to get in that tornado right there. And have it take me all the way over here.
Oh no.
I'll just fight this guy. I don't think there's any way to land on top of that guy before he's short. No. I don't know. Is there a way that I ride this tornado? That's what I thought was gonna happen. No. I'm confused. What I want to do is catch the thing. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna help me. I'm confused. Why does it smell like you're cooking beef stew? Hello? It smells like you're cooking beef stew. I'm so confused. Oh wait. Can I just go in here? No. Why not? Why not? Wait, hold on. What's my plan here? What am I doing here? Where am I going? That way, okay. Silly. Why can't they just cooperate? I'm about to end because I gotta eat dinner, but I would at least like to get to a save box. Yeah. I would say I'm having fun. To an extent. It's really weird having to, like, switch between them. I need a save box. I'm about to go eat dinner. Oh, I found one. Okay. Oh, I know. Well, I'll save and continue. I'll save state, and then I'll save and quit. I like the controls of it. These things, yeah. Now how do I create spend points? Then I will save and quit. I'm about to go eat hot dogs. I'll be back tomorrow. I said I wasn't gonna stream tomorrow maybe, but maybe I'll just stream at 4 instead of 12. I'm just gonna be playing, Papa Smokeria. I'll be playing this next week on Monday. That is not the tab I wanted. But this is gonna be my main game until I beat it. Oh, and I'm starting Minish Cap. Not next week. I don't know. I'm starting Minish Cap at some point in the next couple of weeks. Thank you. I'm gonna raid Slade, I think. I'll be back tomorrow, probably at 4 now instead of 12, like I said in Discord. I can't copy my raid message. And I'll be playing this on Monday. I hope everyone has a good night, stay safe. All that. I'll see you guys tomorrow, bye!